What's up gamers, DreamcastGuy here, reviewing today's Sonic Forces. After just a few months away, Sega's Blue Hedgehog is back and ready for action. The release of Sonic Mania earlier this year was an absolute bombshell because it was a purely amazing combination of everything fans like myself love about this series, and it took the fun back to its side-scrolling roots. Now we're getting another 3D adventure, but the question is, can this be better than the past failures of the franchise, or is it doomed to repeat old mistakes? Unfortunately, the answer to that is really complicated since Forces is trying to be so many different games at once. There are big open running tracks with modern Sonic, retro-style levels with old-school Sonic, and more combat-focused areas where we play as a custom hero. The idea behind this shift between different levels is fantastic, and it's something Sonic Generations did extremely well, but here it's just terrible. It all comes down to the fact that the design of each map is just short, clunky, and really boring. The average mission can be beaten in under 2 minutes easily, and that's on the first try. With a little practice, I was finishing even the toughest bonus courses in under 60 seconds and getting an S rank. Now keep in mind that there are only roughly 50 total levels in the game, including the unlockables, which means that really, if you got good at it, you could speedrun every single part of Forces in about 2 hours. I've talked in the past about how I don't necessarily mind shorter projects as long as they have some exceptionally fun gameplay. Some stuff can bring out a special kind of passion to the world by playing it over and over, thus giving you enjoyment by mastering every piece of content. I mean, look at something like Limbo. It's a 2D adventure that's only about 90 minutes long but is legendary. With this though, that can't happen since the core element to it is just so flawed. Let me take you through a normal track with each of the characters so you see what I mean. Right here, modern Sonic is boosting and grinding on rails in this beautiful city. By appearance, this looks rather cool, but a lot of this is actually on autopilot. Just by running, you're held in the center of the road, so all you need to do is tap attack occasionally. Even the turning is all done for you, so all you need to do is shift slightly to the left or right to grab collectibles and, try not to fall asleep. Things do change when you get to a side-scrolling portion. Now there's slightly more to do, but still not much. It's just so extremely easy. Your jump attacks home from such a great distance that killing foes all in a row is really simple, which keeps you moving. The only real threat to you is the giant pits down below that make it where if you miss a leap, you're gonna fall to your doom. Don't worry about lives, because I guess they figured that making you restart these short levels was pointless, so whenever you mess up, you're just taking about 12 seconds back to the last checkpoint. My problem with these maps isn't just that they're easy, it's that they aren't fun. Charging through factories built by Doctor Eggman and smashing his robot army is also flat and stiff that I really feel like you could probably have more fun with this game by watching it on YouTube. That'd really be a better experience than having a control in your hands and just basically playing a tiny little rhythm game. So much of this game reminded me of Guitar Hero, and I'm being totally serious about that. It's all about the rhythm of what you do. Pressing a couple buttons and getting the correct response, and that's it. There's very little interaction. Games like Sonic Mania and Sonic Colors managed to amaze me because they gave us such fluid movement. The way we meshed into it was just incredible. Every jump and dash was really significant because you wanted to win, and that gave you a drive to improve and get better. Forces, in so many ways, felt like an interactive cutscene, which really turned me off. I just don't like the fact that the controls are so bad and very limited. Moving on a little bit here, let's take a look at the create a character levels. These are a mix of more wide sections like modern Sonic and the retro Sonic side-scrolling, but the major difference between those two is that our hero doesn't have their powers. He can't boost or run at their speed. However, he does have technology on his side. When choosing a level, you pick which weapon you want to use. These do stuff like an electric whip for long-range damage, the flamethrower for burning foes directly in front of you, or weirder stuff like this thing. That variety on the surface almost implies that there'd be some depth, but there really isn't. Most of these skills function almost identically when jogging at full speed, so I beat the entire game the first time with the whip. It made boss fights like this early one a complete joke since I could just stand in the center of the screen tapping attack non-stop and never get hit. There is a very clear lack of testing in this game, where it seems like they made layouts for stuff and then just never had anyone actually walk around in it to make sure it functioned. So many times when I was traveling through a level, I stumbled upon some sort of horrible design flaw, like a piece of ground that I could fall through, or something I could dash towards, but instead of letting me grab it, just sent me flying off an edge. The only maps that are really great at all are the 2D Sonic stages, and really, half of these still suck. Let me show you one of the better ones to talk about the moments I really enjoyed. This is a mission where the objective is to break a master computer to stop one of Eggman's plans. Knowing that Sonic would probably come for him, he purposely made his lab as strange as possible to confuse us. As you progress, you have to deal with crazy conveyor belts, switching gravity, and hidden cannons to try and make you take it slow so you don't lose your rings. There's a real spark of creativity to these retro levels that is fantastic. I really wish we got more of these, because they're the best part of the game. I wanted to dig deep and figure out every single thing about these environments, to explore this great melding of old and new, but instead, we have to deal with the total dumpster fires between these. When it really comes down to it, Sonic Forces kind of breaks my heart, because it had so much potential. Going into these opening stages, I saw all the bad guys we could face, and the heroes that had been united to save the world, and I felt hope that this could be another Sonic Generations. But in the end, this is just an unfinished mess. Even after mastering every single stage with the highest score, I didn't have a sense of reward to the journey. Overall, this is a project that lacks the love for Sonic that we've all been craving, so it should probably be completely avoided. Okay, so we've heard some good and some bad, but let's over to the ratings board and put a big number on it. I am giving Sonic Forces a 4 out of 10. You know, I can already tell that a bunch of people are going to try and claim that I'm a Sonic hater. Well, let me stop you right there. If I hated Sonic, why do I own and have beaten every single title in the series, read the Sonic comics, and even own a ton of the collectibles? I'm actually a giant Sonic lover. This series means so much to me, which is why it's so sad when we see a bad one. That's why I want to end this video with a giant call to arms. Go buy Sonic Mania. Show them that we want to support the good games and get more Sonics that are actually amazing. Thanks so much for watching, gamers. This has been DreamcastGuy with another review. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Let's see if we can get this video to over 2,000 likes. Share with your friends and subscribe if you haven't already. But do me the biggest favor of all and keep dreaming. Man, I'm genuinely let down that this game sucks so hard. I wanted it to be great. It's been so long since we had a giant 3D game that was actually worth playing in this series, and, well, I guess we're going to be waiting a bit longer. Sega, please give us the game we need. Sonic fans have been dying for it. Oh, hey! I was just playing a little bit of Grand Theft Auto on my Darth Vader PSP. Are you curious what I'm going to come out with next? Well, if you click this button, you'll be subscribed to be the first to know. Also, if you click over here and here, you can see my latest review and my latest top 10. I promise, it was super good. Or it was really bad and I'm sure you can just make fun of me in the comments. Either way, it'll be a lot of fun. Thanks so much for watching.